Well, firefighters across Greater Sydney are on high alert today as the city endures its fourth straight day of summer-like temperatures. A total fire ban has been declared for Sydney, the Blue Mountains, as well as the central and south coasts. That's the first in almost 3 years. The city is tipped to reach 33 today, while the mercury in Penrith expected to touch 35. That's 13 degrees above the September average. Ulladulla on the state's south coast saw its hottest September day in 6 years. It reached 32.6 degrees at 11:40 a.m. yesterday. Also, more than 20 schools along the south coast have closed today as a result of that warmer weather. The fire danger risk for the Sydney Basin, high today, extreme tomorrow. So for more on this, let's bring in the RFS Commissioner, Rob Rogers. This all sounds pretty troubling. How worried are you about it, Rob, the conditions today?
Yeah, good morning, Peter. Look, I think obviously it's the biggest risk we've faced since that 2019-20 fire season. Conditions are very dry now. We've gone from really wet conditions over the past few years to now, really dry. And indeed, the far north coast and south coast are even back into drought conditions. So it is concerning. We're certainly not saying, though, it's the same risk of 2019-20, but we absolutely need to take this seriously. As you rightly mentioned, we've got the south coast with that extreme fire behaviour potential today with those school closures. We've got a number of fires burning around the state, 59 fires, 5 of those are not contained. We'll be watching all those very, very closely today. Tomorrow, as you say, the conditions get a little worse around Sydney with extreme risk. Also, that extends into the Hunter. And then on Thursday, that risk contracts to the north of the state and spilling over into Queensland. So as this system goes through, we've got a few days of quite warm weather and we need to be vigilant as we need the community to be vigilant.
Yeah, and the trouble is today, Rob, you've got the winds picking up as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, we've got that unfortunate high temperatures, low humidity, strong westerly winds, warm winds. That's what gives us the really biggest concern for fires. And they move so fast. And we've got that risk of grass fires after all that rain. There's so much grass in the west of the state as well. And it's all ready to burn. So we've got a number of areas we're concerned about. So we'll be watching that closely. We need the community to be very vigilant. If you see a fire and no fire truck at it, please report it to 000. Don't assume someone else has done it.
Yes, I know. It's an alarming line you said there. It's ready to burn. You're right. It's been so wet for the last couple of years, and now the heat's picking up. The temperatures, the conditions have all changed. So in a sense, this was always coming. This set of circumstances were always coming. So in that sense, Rob, are we as prepared? Are we ready for it?
Well, look, we're as prepared as we can be. I've been very open about the challenges of hazard reduction over the past few years because of that wet weather. We're doing, not just RFS, but all the agencies doing as much as they can to try and get that work done, but we can't rely on that. We're in a good place from a firefighting capacity in the state, but I've got to say, we saw how stretched resources can become. So we can't be complacent. We're taking it seriously. We've moved a lot of aircraft around today. We've got units on standby to respond to areas if trouble breaks out. So we'll do everything we can. We just need the community to do what they can and stay informed and stay across fires in their local areas.
Just some quick advice, just for those homeowners who may be in those tricky conditions today, Rob, what should they be doing?
So hopefully they've done that get ready stuff that we talk about, cleaning out their gutters and removing combustibles. Also having a bushfire survival plan. But most of all, even if you don't have that now, just know if fire threatens your property, what are you going to do? You're going to stay and defend it, or you're going to go. And if you're going to go, have it pre-identified where you're going to go to. Don't make decisions at the last minute because that unfortunately leads people to make poor decisions. So think about what you're going to do and just make sure you're prepared if fire starts in your area.
Yep, look at that. That's the total fire ban today. It is widespread. Commissioner Rob Rogers, good to chat as always. We'll talk to you again soon. Well,